Now to a follow-up report. It is the day after a flood emergency prevented some Oconto residents from leaving their homes. NBC 26's Ryan Curry is live in Oconto, where the flood emergency has been lifted, but the cleanup, well, that's just begun. Ryan.
Yeah, Nina, it's going to take some time for these residents to get everything cleaned up. The flood water has subsided, but still there are spots on the road that are risking some endangerment for drivers. This is one right here off Pecker Street in Oconto. You can see a high water sign on this street, and further down the road, a pool of water. Now, some drivers have chosen to ignore that, blowing right by it. Others have seen it and turned right around. Now, it's the end of the year that not many people expected to experience here in Oconto, flooding creating so many problems for these people. I spoke with Cindy Agan, an Oconto resident. She says she was virtually trapped inside her home for around 2 days because her entire street was flooded with water and ice. Now, that water and ice poured into her basement, causing significant damage. It wasn't until today she was finally able to leave. She says it was a very difficult 36 hours.
Actually, I went downstairs and saw water like bubbling up out of our floor drain. And then it just started getting worse and worse. The road started getting flooded. Our backyard started getting flooded.
Now, as we mentioned, the flooding has subsided, but any water remaining on roadways has turned to ice and has been slippery stretches. And that's been one of the keyest things in this process is as that water poured into her home, she says it was so cold, ice water, she says, it was like standing in an ice bath. Live in Oconto, Ryan Curry, NBC 26.